Welcome back to the Takedown with Cliff Schecter. Today we're going to talk more about Herschel Walker because this saga says so much about the Republican Party. We talked about it in an earlier video. You've probably seen it in the media everywhere. It's been reported in every major outlet. Herschel Walker, of course, is an anti-choice nut who rejoiced, quote, after the Dobbs decision, and said he would not allow women to have abortions in any cases, including the life of the mother. Women would just have to be tortured, I suppose, and die. If they were ectopic pregnancies, you would die. If you've got a stillborn baby and you know is not going to live, you still have to carry to term and suffer emotionally, rape, incest, the rest. Herschel Walker doesn't care. He's your God, and he tells you what to do. Of course, then it came out that in 2009, he paid for a girlfriend to go get pregnant. Paid for a girlfriend after he got her pregnant to go get an abortion. And man, did the shit hit the fan. His son, Christian Walker, suddenly, his eldest son just lost it finally. We're going to talk about Christian in a second. Or actually, what are we talking about now? Christian Walker is a MAGA nut. He is black. He is gay. He was very anti-COVID protocols. He is very pro-gun. He's anti-choice. He is an election denier. He says Donald Trump won the election. You can go on and on. He is not a good person. He's anti-BLM. He's anti-LGBT pride, LGBTQ pride. He is who he is. He's a terrible person who sort of grifted off of his dad's name. Irony, of course, is his dad treated him horribly, as he's treated all of his children, which at this point is looking a little bit like all the kids in the Lord of the Flies. I mean, there's new kids busting out here every day, it seems, that are Herschel Walkers. And so, because of that fact, and because Herschel lied to his eldest son and his ex-wife, and said that he would take accountability for his actions when he ran, Christian lost it because Herschel has kept lying. And when everything comes out that he held a gun to his wife's head, threatened to blow her brains out, blow her effing brains out, and of course he sort of downplayed it. Another woman claimed that Herschel Walker threatened to kill her, downplayed that, and Christian Walker, being the media personality he is, has had to answer for a lot of these things. Well, he's remained right-wing and intolerant this entire time, attacked immigrants, loves Ron DeSantis, but he'd finally had enough of his dad's lies, of his dad's, obfuscation. So when this story came out, he first issued a statement on Twitter, and then he's done numerous videos, and he keeps doing them every day and keeping this a story saying that he's tired of the lies, that they told his dad not to run, that they knew this baggage would come out, that his dad lied about saying, about telling the truth and taking accountability. He lied about not having paid for an abortion, said that never happened. And then, of course, the kicker, which is, and sad, no matter what you think of Christian Walker, that me and my mom had to move 6 times within 6 months. Once a month they had to move because they were scared that Herschel Walker would find them and kill them. And as somebody who's put a gun up to her head previously and admittedly put a gun up to his own head and played Russian roulette, this was a real fear to have.
You don't know my family life. I did one event last year when we were told he was going to get ahead of his past and hold himself accountable. None of that happened. Everything's been a lie.
So Christian Walker has denounced his dad and said everybody on the right should be supporting Christian Walker, who believes in family values. Herschel Walker hasn't displayed family values, but what Christian Walker does not get is that they don't care. Dana Loesch came out and said it. As far as Dana Loesch, Lush, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, who cares? The NRA spokesperson while they were taking money from Vladimir Putin until there was some big internal blow up over who was more corrupt than who, and she got fired. On her radio, YouTube, whatever show she has, came out and said, what I care about is the Senate majority. I don't care if he aborted a baby eagle. Nice symbolism there. Here's the thing. So she doesn't care. So I think her position on abortion, if I understand it, is abortion is only allowed if it's to save the life of a Republican Senate majority. Then it's okay. No other exceptions, of course. And so Christian Walker has now found himself on the other end of the kinds of videos he used to make and didn't really get what right-wingers like him do to people. He has been attacked mercilessly by those trying to prop up Herschel Walker because they don't really care about family values and they don't really care about, minority Republicans like him. They don't care about anything. It's all about power. It's about money and some mixture of that and fame and narcissism. And he's learning that the hard way right now. Red State, great group of evil suckers, I think Eric Erickson, who has the stupidest name of all time. He's the son of Eric, who's Eric. I don't know. I don't think he's there anymore, but the blog he created, Red State, called him a mouthy, ungrateful punk trying to parlay attacks on his dad into a social media grift. Yeah, he already was parlaying who his dad was into a social media grift. Nobody would care who Christian Walker is, the gay black Republican, if it weren't for the fact that his dad was Herschel Walker. So, no, you're off on that one. But of course, they've attacked him mercilessly and said he's doing it for that. Craig Kelly, son of the former New York police chief and idiot who's on Newsmax, has said that he betrayed his family and has disgraced himself. And the rest of these go a lot like that. They've called him evil, they've called him stupid, they've attacked his sexuality, they've even hinted at racism against Christian Walker. And some would just say he's getting what he deserves because he dished it out and attacked a lot of people. But I do think, in the end, there's an important lesson here. He is a kid. We all have to learn sometime. And the lesson is, again, you may think you know what the Republicans care about. They don't care about any of this, right? They were all about patriotism. And then Donald Trump attacked the Khans, the Gold Star family who lost their son because they criticized Trump, right? They were, Rush Limbaugh spent I don't know how many years calling Chelsea Clinton every name he could and attacking her looks. And look at what they've done to Hunter Biden. Somebody who went through addiction, somebody who may have made some money off of his name, like, relatives of every other president ever, from the Bushes to and let's not get into the Trumps, how much money they've made off of their names. They've been indicted for that, or their company has in New York. The fact that Hunter Biden did, they've destroyed this guy's life. They've made him nationally famous, internationally famous, to the point where, can you imagine what it's like living in his shoes and having to deal with addiction and those demons with these people attacking you constantly? They are merciless and they're evil and they're vicious. And now they're taking that to Christian Walker. So again, it's sad. Christian Walker is not a hero. He's not a good person. He's in favor of all the wrong things. But Herschel Walker is a dangerous and evil demagogue, and the Republicans, sadly, who support him still, the Dana Loesch's and the others, and the ones like in Red State who attack Christian Walker, are even worse. They're evil pieces of shit. And they should have no place in our democracy, and we should do everything we can to prevent Herschel Walker from getting in the U.S. Senate. God help us if he does. Thanks for watching, guys. I encourage you to subscribe, smash that button, as the kids say, and turn on your notifications. We'd love to have you here at The Takedown. Thanks.